Hello everyone! In this video I want to show you how to create your own 2D effect in Tooll3. We are going to create this RGB split effect. Okay, so now we are in a brand new install of Tooll3 with a blank canvas, and I'm gonna activate the show interaction overlay so you can see what I'm doing with the keyboard and the mouse. And for this RGB split effect, I'm gonna need a text. Let's add a render target. I can increase the size of the text, let's say 150, and change the text RGB split. Just like this. If I hit P, I pin the render output. I can close the symbol library. So to create this effect, we can use by hitting Tab on the keyboard. Let's click first in the void, then hit Tab on the keyboard, and then you can type combine. Combine 3 images. So combine 3 images as 3 inputs. So let's pin it. We can click here as well to pin it. And we are going to take the output of the render target and connect it to image A. So we get a red image. If I connect it to image B, we get a green image, and so on with the image C. So we are going, if we connect this output to all 3 inputs, we get the same image as before. So what we understand is that the combined 3 image is using the 3 channels from the image, the red, the green, and the blue, to create one image. So what do we need if we want to create the same effect, the RGB split effect? We need a transform. Transform image. So now if I connect it like this, I will be able to translate the red channel. So we need the same for the blue channel as well. So I can hit Ctrl D, I can select the transform image and hit Ctrl D to duplicate this effect. And now we can control the blue channel only. Easy. I don't want to modify the green channel. Maybe I want. Okay, let's do it again. So we can select the transform image, then Ctrl D to duplicate it, and we can also drag it on the link, you can see, and drop it. So now I can control the green channel like this. So we are almost done. That was pretty quick. But it would be nice to have some more control, because I don't want to be forced to go inside each transform image to control the position of each channel. So let's reset everything like this, and here we can click. So we select the transform image for the red, and here we can click here and add vector 2. So with this vector 2 I can now control the position of the red channel with this vector 2. So let's add it as well for the blue channel. And what we can do, for example, is to add, let's hit tab and add a value. And we can connect it to the x value of the vector 2, of this vector 2. And I will add a multiply and connect it to the x value of the second vector 2. So this multiply is doing nothing since we are multiplying by 1. But if I multiply by -1, we will see what happened. So the red and the blue channel are going in opposite directions. We can reset the y value. So we can also do this for the y-axis as well. And so now when I get this. But maybe we don't want to always use this text and render target. So what we are going to create our own effect. So we will take all these nodes and put them into one and combine them into one. And for this, what would be the best approach? Let's select everything. Right click on the one of those nodes and then symbol definition, combine into new type. Here you have your namespace, user.my nickname. I can add a dot and I can create a folder like 2D. I'll call it my 2D FX. And here I will put the name RGB Split. Then I hit combine. And now we get this little gray box. It has no input and no output, which is very not useful. So let's go inside. To go inside the node, you can double click on it or you can hit the I key on the keyboard. And to go out, you can hit the U key on the keyboard. Let's double click on it. So first we need an output. Let's right click, add output. And this output will be a texture 2D. And let's call it output. The output has been created. It's here. Let's connect it. So let's go out of the node. You can double click in the void. And now we see we have a preview on our node/operator. But still no input. So let's go back inside. And I can right click in the void and add input parameter. I can also select this value operator. And I can right click here, publish as input. Let's do it. And now we have a new input. So now, if I go outside and if I select our new RGB split effect, we can see that we have one parameter, it's called the float, and we have this. But I want to make it a bit more complex. So let's go back inside, double click. And now instead of having this input, I can delete it. Let's delete all these as well. And also I will delete the text and the render target. Now we have only these three transform image. I will select the first one, put my mouse over the image here, right click, publish as input. Now we have our image input. We can connect it to the other transform images. Let's go outside and add a text again. Render target. We are missing parameter for RGB split. Let's go back inside. Here we have the offset for the red channel. Right click, publish as input. Let's go back outside. And it's called offset. So maybe I can give it another name to make things more practical. So I will right click on offset, parameter settings. I can give it a position vector 2 control. Right click on offset, rename input. Let's call it red offset. Now I can go back inside RGB split. And we need the green and the blue offset. So let's click on the transform image for the green. Right click on offset, publish as input. And if, for example, if I do this, since this one is named offset, I should rename it first. Rename green. Right click, publish as input. Rename blue offset. Right click on the parameter name, parameter settings, vec2 control, position, click in the void, right click, parameter settings, vec2 control, position, click in the void. So now we have small controls like this for our split effect. And voila. Now I can do the same math operation. Let's add a value. Vector 2 for the red, vector 2 for the blue. Let's add a multiply. Let's multiply by -1. And now when I change this value, we have this. So now the combinations, all the different combinations are endless. So you can create a lot of different stuff to control your new RGB split effect. Oops. So we can use this RGB split effect with different images. Like for example, load image. And we have the frog. And it's working the same. We can also use anim value. Let's change the shape to Berlin noise sign. Let's connect it instead of, oh no, we can do like this. Let's connect it directly to our single value. And maybe we can change the amplitude to 0.1. Can also use oscillate vector. So this one is a vector 2, so we can plug it directly here. And let's duplicate it. Or maybe we can use multiply, no, scale vector 2. Let's connect it to the blue. And let's do a uniform scale by -1. Why I don't see any changes? Oh, because I know we only see the green on, so I need to reduce the amplitude. And we can increase the speed factor by, let's say, 10. Yeah, isn't it fun? So congratulations, you have created your own 2D effect with a combination of a few operators. In the next video, we are going to create the same effect, but we will push it a little bit further by using HLSL shader coding. It's gonna be fun and easy.